I cheated on my husband. But the real shock wasn't the affair itself. It was the moment I held our newborn baby and saw my husband's face completely change. In that instant, I realized the secret I buried for months wasn't hidden anymore. It was about to destroy everything I loved. Before I tell you what happened, make sure you're subscribed, because this is not just a story. It's a confession that turns into a nightmare nobody saw coming. The room went silent the moment my husband looked at our baby. Not the normal kind of silence, the scary kind, where even the machines in the hospital feel too loud. Daniel didn't move. He just stared at the baby like he was trying to solve a puzzle that didn't make sense. And then he whispered something that made my blood turn cold. "This can't be right." My heart dropped instantly. Before I could even ask what he meant, he stepped back like the baby had burned him. And in that moment, I knew something was about to explode. But wait. Before I continue, if you are still watching this story, subscribe right now. Because what happened next changed everything I believed about love, trust, and marriage. The doctor tried to smile and calm the room. "Congratulations, it's a healthy baby," he said gently. But Daniel didn't even look at him. His eyes stayed locked on the child. Then suddenly he turned to me. And what he said next almost made me pass out. "Sarah, why does our baby not look like me?" The words hit harder than pain. My mouth went dry instantly, because deep inside me, I already knew why, but I never expected him to say it out loud. The nurse beside us froze. Even she felt the tension change in the room. Then something worse happened. Another nurse walked in, holding the baby chart, and stopped completely when she looked at it. She checked the wrist tag again, then looked at me, then at Daniel, and whispered one sentence that destroyed everything. "There seems to be a mismatch in the records." My whole body went numb. Daniel stepped forward immediately. "What mismatch?" His voice was calm, but dangerous. The nurse started shaking. According to the file, the paternity information was already pre-registered before delivery. Silence. Dead silence. I felt like the ground disappeared under my feet, because that meant one thing, somewhere, before the baby was even born. A name had already been entered, and it was not supposed to be there. Daniel slowly turned back to me, and this time, his voice was different. Lower. Colder. "Sarah, what did you do?" Tears filled my eyes instantly, but I couldn't speak, because if I told the truth now, everything would collapse. Not just my marriage, but my entire life. Then suddenly, the baby started crying louder, and Daniel did something nobody expected. He walked away from the bed, picked up his phone, and made one call that changed everything. "Bring the records. Now." My heart stopped, because I realized this was no longer about emotions. This was becoming a full investigation, and I was trapped in the middle of it. But what Daniel discovered next was something I was never prepared for, something that would turn this hospital room into the beginning of the biggest betrayal anyone had ever seen. And when the truth finally came out, even I couldn't believe who the real father was.